whatever you're dreaming in your head and the fantasies that are like consistently moving throughout your mind, we can make it a reality if we really want to.
I think the best compliment you can give me, like I said, love my energy, because I know that I didn't buy it from Nordstrom's. I'm not wearing it on my neck.
Can't let go of you, can't let go, can't let go. I see right through it all too, yeah.
My L's did not elevated. I was stuck in my head because I hesitated. I was finding myself, so I meditated. Shit been blowing my mind, detonated, dedicated, running victory laps on these tracks, hustling, motivated.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Andromeda. Today we have two amazing, beautiful guests who are pursuing careers in music. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, but we have Taz and Alyssa. Taz has a great background, entrepreneur, rapper, got sponsored and investors from the likes of 50 Cent and Rob Greene, which is one of my favorite authors, so shout out to you. And Alyssa got featured in American Idol twice as well. So we have two amazing guests here. So let's start with Taz. Go ahead.
Man, yeah, like I said, I'm Taz Tycoon. That was a beautiful intro. I'm not gonna lie. That gave me like
Thank
Sway
you.
in the morning. You know, Sway does those really dope intros, or Nori like Drink Champ. So shout out to you.
Appreciate
for,
you.
doing your homework and everything. But yeah, like I said, my name is Taz Tycoon. I'm from Hampton, Virginia. Been making music for quite some time now. I have about like 10 albums out. I just finished 3 in the last month. I just been working hard. Been exploring a lot more R&B. I don't know. I'm looking at this camera.
Both. You can look at both.
Okay, cool.
You good.
Give you eye contact. You know what I'm saying? The windows to my soul. Make sure you pay attention to these beautiful brown eyes. But yeah, I just released a few songs recently. I've been dropping a new song every Friday for like the last month or so now.
Love that.
Shout out to Dell. For the record, we did Leakin'. Shout out to 80 on Mood. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to, I want to get into this beautiful lady right here.
No. There's no rush for anything.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, because like I ain't want to, like I do have a background in hosting, so I feel like I'm back in my element for real. But I do love to make music. Like you said, Robert Greene, that happened when I was in college. When that happened, I didn't even know who he was. So I did a business plan competition at Howard University. Shout out to my Bison HU. But yeah, it was a business plan competition called Concept 120, and you had 120 seconds to pitch your business idea. So at the time, I had a clothing line called Ancestors. This is one of my throwback hats from then, but this is called the Tycoon State of Mind hat. So at the time, I came in third place. They invested in my business, and I'm in a picture. I got baby dreads. It's 50 Cent on my left. It's Robert Greene on my right, but I'm just hooked on 50. Like, that's all I know is G-Unit. You know what I mean? Like, I am trying to get on the Power Universe too, by the way.
And you had the whole goat next to you. You didn't even know.
Yeah, for real?
Rob. Say Rob.
Oh, yeah, Rob. I didn't know Rob. Right, exactly. So I hadn't read the 48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
But at the time, 50 was releasing the 50th Law. So I'm just like, I was a book buff. I think around that time, I'm reading The Art of War by Sun Tzu. I might have been reading The Four Agreements. I might have been reading The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. But I hadn't tapped into that realm of reading right now. I just got my LA library card the other day because I spend way too much money on books. But yeah, at that time, I didn't know who they were. So I think I was 19 years old when that happened. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a minute ago. And it was a blessing, but I think in disguise to not know that when I look back at that photo, it's like you were in between two very powerful people, the guy that created power and the guy that created the 48 Laws of Power. So
Deep.
that's kind of like how I got started. And Sonny Vaccaro, he invested in my clothing line too. There's a documentary out about him called Air. He was the guy that got Michael Jordan his sneaker deal with Nike.
No way.
But yeah, like he's the reason he didn't go with Adidas and everything like that. So I was just this young, hungry kid on campus, just out there. Like, you call me for an opportunity, I'm pulling up. Like demonstration speaks louder than conversation. So I feel like that's why I'm right here right now. You made a call and I'm here.
Let's do it.
So
I love
like
that.
to hustle and motivate the marathon.
Absolutely. I love people who speak in action and
Yeah.
it's not just all talk. Like, I really do appreciate someone who, I don't know, takes the reins on their own life and they're in the driver's seat. That's really what I'm about to. So I love that.
That's what we gonna vibe. I'm gonna
Yeah,
see
man.
This is
This
lavender
is-
matcha.
This is a synergy here, right? And I think the universe aligns who needs to be aligned. So that's why we're here right now. But
Absolutely.
Alyssa,
Yes.
your introduction, please.
Yeah, my name's Alyssa Raghu, like the sauce.
Come
I
on.
mean, I've had a lot of, I don't know, grateful and like incredible opportunities with ABC Network and American Idol. And I was like 15 through 17 on that show. And I think those are really big growing years. And it's almost like you're kind of figuring out who you are at those moments. I'm 21 now, and I feel like I found myself. I found my own spirituality, my own worth, and almost like you're your own best friend in that sense. You wake up every day, you trust yourself. I think that's something that no one can take away from you. And it's something that you've got to trust in the process of art. You can't really listen to anyone else in terms of the art you want to create. A lot of the things and opinions of others you can take into consideration, but it's mainly what's coming from your soul. And then you'd be surprised at how many people you touch with your own ideas and your creations. And it's not listening to anybody else. It's really truth. And I really, really love the just the process of me making music and performing live. It's like, I don't know. I love being able to touch and connect with as many people in the world as I can. I'm Indian and Mexican, and I feel like there's not a lot of artists who are both and can reach those audiences at the same time, when really we have a lot of similarities within those cultures. And even just as like brown women, brown men, any person of color, like it's really important to have that sort of attention in the media. Only because I think it's deeper than just, I don't know, we need someone who looks like us. It's more, how do we feel inside, and how can we convey this properly on stage? How do we feel our best? You know, so I'm just grateful to even be here, and it's so wonderful to be here with you and you. So thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you. So the thing that first comes to mind is like both of you guys started young, right? You started in college and you started at 16, 17 years old. For one, for you first is how, like, what was the pressure being a 16-year-old, 17-year-old doing American Idol? Like, how was that experience for you?
It was honestly so surreal. It's like you're in the public school system in high school, and you're getting all of these opinions anyway from your classmates, and you're kind of navigating communication in society and in the world in general. And you're kind of like, wow, I'm already feeling the pressure of being in high school. And then I would be looking out the window in like math class, watching the birds fly, and I'm like, I wish I could be that free. Like literally, it was one of those moments. A little too movie-esque, but it's your movie. You know what I'm saying? Like your experience really is your movie. So that's how I felt. And then I just tried something. I think every successful person in the world just needs to try. No one can really take away the ability of you trying and failing and trying and succeeding. Like all you have to do is just keep going.
Facts.
Like who's gonna beat you in the long game? Nobody. If you keep going and you just don't like fall off, I really feel that everyone can achieve their success in that way. But it was wonderful because I feel like I was anxious. I was such a nerd in high school, like typical brown kid who needs to do well in school from their parents or whatever it is. And I was already experiencing that sort of anxiety. So when I came to, I don't know, my own inner intuition about, I really want music. I know I can sing. I know I can do this. I was like, I'm going to have anxiety anyway. So I might as well just do something that's also anxiety filling because it's not going to go away.
100%.
You know, the only way I can overcome that is just by doing it. So screw it. Like, let me just do it.
Come on,
Screw it.
I like that.
That's
your
literally
slogan.
what I did. Yeah. And
Screw it,
even
just
now.
do it. All right, I love that. And Taz, what I'm getting is Young Hustler. You grinded it out. Obviously, that was a couple years ago. What changed from when you were younger to now? Like, how has that journey been for you?
Man, you talk about hustling. Let me take you back a little bit. So I started off playing basketball. I always say no more hooping, but I'm still balling. Literally, I just started
That's
back
fire.
hooping on Sunday. Shout out to the Bone Collector. We've
Nice.
been training, and you know what I'm saying, basketball legend, top 10 handles in the world. Shout out to Nina and Find Your Vision. I've been training with them and everything, and I'm about to start coaching this girls' basketball team. But
Dope.
what's interesting is that growing up, I wanted to play basketball. That was my only dream. But then when I got to 6th grade, I went to my mom. I couldn't get a job because I'm like 11 or 12. So obviously, like, I could not get a job. So I'm just like, I need money. I need some J's. My mom always took me to New York to get fly because I needed to make sure when I went to school, nobody had on what I had on. Like,
I respect that.
yeah, I had literally on a calendar, I would write down everything I wore in 30 days so that I did not repeat. Yo, I would repeat the sneakers, you know what I'm saying, but not the clothes.
Not the clothes, I
I
feel
couldn't
that.
do that. And then I would just be like I just was really adamant on that. So in an effort to, my mom was a single mom. Shout out to you, my raising my brother and my sister. And I was just like, you ain't got to take care of me no more. She was like, is that right? I was like, yeah, like I'm about to start getting money. So my granddaddy, shout out to my granddad. I was like in school one day and I was like looking at the kids and how they gravitated towards candy. I was like, granddaddy, can you take me to Costco? He was like, what's up? I was like, I need you to go buy me a pack of candy so I can bust it down wholesale. You know what I'm saying? Break it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a low-key trap queen back then. I'm like, you buy it in wholesale, you break it down, you go on the block.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, so I'm selling candy in school and I'm making all this money. I went to Staples, I got supplies at my locker, I had Staples, I had paper clips, I had everything you need. So by the time I got to 7th grade, all of the girls started to come on their cycle. So I started to go buy pads and tampons.
Wow.
And I would be in the bathroom.
I love that.
Not,
Very smart. Very smart.
Because I'm just like, they had them little nasty, not TMI, but they had them, they didn't have wings. Like, not trying to get into the specifics of a pad or a tampon, but it was like, it was just the imagine a public school going to the nurse and getting one of theirs. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the nice ones or whatever, the pretty ones. So I had like the Tampax. You know what I'm saying? We should talk about doing a deal if you want to flow. We got the Ragu sauce dripping and I'm flowing over here with the water.
Oh my goodness. That's funny.
I've never seen an artist with like actually a deal like that.
Right.
But anyways, my hustling started there.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then by the time I was 16, I got my first job at IHOP. 15 actually, they wasn't even supposed to hire me. Like I was in there like, yo, come on, give me a job. So I'm going to basketball practice, I'm going to IHOP. And then by the time I turned 16, I was able to get a job at DTLR where I could sell clothes and sell shoes.
Sick. That's great.
Yeah, that's because that's what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I did that. I worked at Usual Suspects. And then by the time I got to college, it was the same thing. Like I just always wanted to have my own money. And then my mom was like, you do realize like that even though you said you don't need anything from me, you still got to eat. Because I was just like buying my clothes and shoes. I didn't think about food. I didn't think about
100%.
healthcare. So she was like, I'm still taking care of you. You know that, right? And in my head, I'm like, I bought my own clothes and shoes. Like I'm good.
good.
That's all I need. What are you doing?
Right. And she was like, so what about when it's time to go back to school? I'm like, no, I still need you to help me with back to school because we got to go to New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how my hustling started. And it just, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. Like hustling is just, I feel like that's why I changed my rap name. When he passed away, on Facebook, you can change your name like 5 or 6 times. So I started as just Taz, like my hat. And I was like, I'm gonna be like Nas. I'm gonna be the only Taz. But there was a lot of Tazes. So anytime I would meet with somebody, they'd be like, well, which Taz are you on Apple? And I got tired of being like the one with the yellow, profile pic. So then one day I'm listening to this interview of 50 Cent, just so happens in Dame Dash, and someone called 50 Cent a mogul. He said, I ain't no mogul, I'm a tycoon. And I was like, what's a tycoon? I'm thinking about Roller Coaster Tycoon, the video game. So I had to look it up. Then I'm thinking about typhoon. But I look up a tycoon, it's a wealthy or a powerful person in multiple businesses or industries. And I'm like, oh, that kind of fits the alliteration, Taz Tycoon. I thought about Nipsey Hussle. You know that he's a hustler, and I wanted people to know that Taz, she's a tycoon. I have water, I have merch, I act and all of that. So the name Tycoon, just to go back to your original question, is the hustling. That tycoon embodies like what Nipsey Hussle would be to a tycoon to Taz.
Wow. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. You guys giving me good content right now. I fuck with it.
Period.
So,
Chop it up, put it on TikTok.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to do.
I'll repost
I'm
it.
reposting all of y'all. Yeah, we here.
But look though, it's I know everything wasn't glitz and glamour, right? So where's the challenges you guys faced so far in your careers? We'll start with Alyssa.
Yeah, I think it had a lot to do with, I guess, the hardship and the not glitz and glamour part of leaving a show like Idol or kind of fending for yourself as a teenager and kind of hustling and making your own money. I never wanted to be, and this is no disrespect to anyone who still lives with family and all that stuff. I just felt like I couldn't grow as an artist or as an individual or as an adult by myself if I was still depending. And it's really, really hard to move out of your hometown, your state. You totally even know what that's about.
100%.
Yeah, about just kind of gravitating across the country, moving to LA. And I mean, I love it. I feel like providing for myself has given me such dependence and trust within my own soul. And I mean, it's a bit dramatic, but I don't even care. It's kind of like anyone who passes or moves into my life, you can be here for a season or you can leave or you can stay, but I know that I have myself at the end of the day. And that's like one of the best things about being an artist because, you got to believe in your art. You got to believe in yourself. I think it's hard to be almost a starving artist in the city because you don't know how many millions of other people are right here doing the same thing, but you got to know. And when you look in the mirror, that something sets you apart. You're very unique. And as long as you just keep going, and if you're hungry for this, people will see the hunger in your eyes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I think, where I am right now. I would not let anyone stop me. I wouldn't let a love or a romantic thing or a best friend or anything stop me from achieving something. It's like, if I have to say goodbye to you, then I have to say goodbye to you, but in the most cordial and like kind way. It's almost like I'm thanking everyone for being part of my journey, because what else can you do?
Yeah.
So,
Are you dating now, or are you kind of put dating to the side to pursue your career?
Good question. I feel like, I think it's kind of hard, honestly. It's hard to date. I started seeing someone recently, and I had been single for maybe 2 years plus, just because I didn't like the way things were ending up. I feel like when you're ambitious as an artist, or just a person who's trying to make a huge business, if your partner doesn't support you or believe in your dream or your actions, and they can even get a little insecure about that, and you may love them more than the world, but they may look at you and be like, they're doing better than me, I don't like it. You know, and that could be something that is unsaid in a romantic relationship that they don't want to share, because that's a darker part of them you can't even fix. Like, that's your own vendetta. That's something that me as a girlfriend could never fix for you, as much as I try and reassure you. So I stayed single for a while. I got back into the dating game recently, and I'm pretty cautious, only because I know how that affected me as like a teen, and I'm like, no one is ever gonna mess up my style right now. Like, I can't afford it. Literally, you can't afford it.
100%.
Like, for someone to do that. Don't let anyone mess with your money, your time. Your time is precious.
But I also say, like, just a quick point that you made with dating as a guy, right?
Yeah.
Having a girl that's more successful than you, quote unquote speaking, or doing bigger things, or more ambitious, I could see how that definitely messes with a guy's mental, right? Because usually it's like the guy's a protector, the provider, and the leader, and having a woman that's, you know, just ambitious figure, or trying to more ambitious than him, I can see how it messes with his mental a little bit based off of your situation.
Yeah.
But Taz, are you dating? Are you in the market? Or are you just chilling right now?
I don't kiss and tell.
You don't
Period. Period, point blank.
I will say that I have a lot of incredible music for the ladies out there, so
Okay.
you can enjoy that. I'll say that if you want to learn more, just tap into the music.
Tap in. No, I actually listen to your music. I liked it a lot. Can I get a bar or something from you?
A bar.
Matter of fact, let's do a collaboration.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
You can see. Are you comfortable singing on spot?
Absolutely.
You're comfortable
I want to
rapping
hear
us?
these bars.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So do you want an instrumental, or you kind of want to do acapella?
All right, I got something. I could do it a cappella.
All right. Let's
I was
do
thinking
it.
about I was thinking about that cold summer beat. I ain't got no time to rest. My only focus is the checks. Mama did her best. I really hate to see her stress. Lord knows I'm blessed, but I'm fighting all these demons. I know that everything happens for a reason. Seasons change, and that's when niggas fall off. Had to cut a few niggas, wasn't cut from my cloth. Damn, I'm sorry.
Ooh, that was
No,
good.
what are you saying sorry
Why you
for?
saying sorry for? You
I was in it.
I was about to get emotional. Like, I was like, damn, nah. Like, shit, I'm
We were
sorry.
all flowing with you.
Yo,
Don't
no,
worry about
'cause-
it. Don't
no,
worry
for
about
real,
it.
because I was like, I'm trying my best. You asked me something a few minutes ago about, like, I'll say this. I don't look like a lot of us don't look like what we've been through.
100%.
And I wear my art on my sleeve.
Love that.
And I would say that music is a very sacred and emotional space. And I think that what I was about to rap about is so current that I didn't want to get emotional just now.
Get
Yeah.
emotional.
No, I mean, I ain't about to be
Get
sitting here
on
crying.
it.
No, I get that, and I
feel you.
Nah, like
get it.
I'm a you know what? I want to do that again, but I want to rap about something else. Because I literally will give you in real time what
Okay.
I have going on. Not that that's not a bad thing, but it's like
Yeah.
you know how I said I had to meditate this morning. It's been a minute since I actually I meditated, and I think a lot of I'm reading a book right now called I just got it. It's called Emotional Intelligence 2.0. I'm big on mastering my energy and my emotions.
Yeah.
And I think accountability is my best ability, and I think that energy is my best asset. So it's the one thing that I can't run out the door and be like, oh, let me grab my energy. It's in me. It's not on me.
Yeah.
So when I say that is that I'm in a world right now of people that I feel like that we hear a lot of people talk about accountability, but it's like, can you really take it? Can you really
Right.
not personalizing the 4 agreements to say don't take anything personal, don't make assumptions, right? So a lot of what I think I may be experiencing is a projection from other people. So as I'm rapping right now, right, and I'm saying some of the things that are coming up, I'm just like, damn, is that me? Or is it a projection of what you're putting on to me? And I'm in a space of like I said, really figuring that out right now. And I played basketball for the first time in a long time on Sunday, and at the end we prayed and I cried. That's kind of like how I.
That's your compassion talking.
Yeah,
That doesn't
yeah.
stop you from like feeling their projection though. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know. So I think before I say some things, because I'm not one, like I said, I don't kiss and tell. I don't talk about like. You would never know what I have going on unless you went to some of my deepest, darkest songs.
Yeah.
But
Real.
as I'm sitting in this light, I'm not trying to give anybody that light. So I would like to recant what it was I was about to rap about, to think about it in a different space. But I'm not gonna leave here without giving you any bars. Let me be clear about that. I just wanted to
Go ahead.
like, but nah, like
Go
I
ahead.
didn't mean to go into a straight TED talk.
Nah, the TED Talk is good. I appreciate that. I got to see a deeper side of you.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, hold on, like, cause I don't know. I think like you said, when you had to leave things and places and people behind, I don't want to give anybody power over me. It's like a remote control. Like,
Yeah, man.
when you pick that remote up and you turn the TV on, I feel like sometimes that's people. When they know they can change your channel, they can turn your volume up, they can mute
And
you.
no, dude, like it's really about taking the controller back every single time and realizing that it never left. Your controller was always your controller. Sometimes we trust a little too much or we love a little too hard. And I feel like that's such a human thing anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a consistent training method for every individual to realize that this day goes however I want it to.
Facts.
My energy and my mind can go wherever it wants to. My perception of everything. This can be a terrible day, or it can honestly be one of the most beautiful days in the city today. Like it really is up to you.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, it's Invictus by William Ernest Henley. The last line says, "I'm the captain of my soul, I'm the master of my fate." So
Yeah.
it's like, that's something I live by. You control everything, right? You control your reality, you control your thoughts, you control the outcome. At least you control how you respond to everything, right? But Alyssa, see, I want to hear something from you.
Yeah, sure.
And before you go, do you are you also a songwriter or kind of What's your
Absolutely.
style? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm an
Okay.
actress. I also love dancing. I do all that stuff. I think it all
Everything creative.
is super. It's like,
Yeah.
how can you limit yourself almost when there are so many outlets? But I feel like what's interesting to me is, sorry, God, everyone wants to like bother me right now when I'm doing something important. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, I do it all only because I think art is really important and I like to express myself in as many ways as possible. But music has always been the first thing that's caught my attention as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. It's something that lives with me. But yeah, I do songwrite. I love it. There's a song off my EP from last year. My EP is called Dreamscape. Dreamscape basically means your reality is whatever, and your dream is whatever you make it, and that's your life. Exactly. Whatever you're dreaming in your head and the fantasies that are like consistently moving throughout your mind, we can make it a reality if we really want to,
100%.
but it really depends on what we're thinking about. It really matters. So that's what Dreamscape symbolizes. I really like that. And this song is called Can't Let Go, and it was about the darker parts of having to let someone go even though it doesn't feel right in your chest, but it is what's right for your mind. So this one's called Can't Let Go. There's a verse in it that goes, what you wanna do with me? You don't want my love, but can't forget about it. Is it 'cause I made you leave, babe? Baby, we're right where we started. Don't start begging me. I'm trying to figure you out, trying to meet you on the same wave. Yeah, so party with friends. I'ma see you around town in my brand new Benz. I can't let go of you, can't let go, can't let go. I see right through it all too, yeah. Does it have to be this way? 'Cause I can't just walk away. Baby, I can't let go of you. Yeah, that was Can't Let Go.
Yes, let me snap for that.
Thank you. Hopefully I didn't blow out the mic, man. Hopefully I didn't.
Props, whatever we need to do.
Thank you.
Wow. That was good. Now I see why you're on American Idol.
Thank you so much. No, yeah, it really comes
That
from the
was
soul.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
I
When
was
did
not surprised by a long shot. You over here. You know, I always
Aw.
say your vibe attracts your tribe, and for you to curate,
Love it.
Yeah, you to curate this space for us. I think that I don't know if it was intentionally curated for you to choose both of us to do this interview together. For one, I love how you go about doing it, but to just sit here and just be like, man, like. I think when you want God to bless you with more, like you said in the song about letting go, like how can you ask God to bless you with more if you can't let go of what's in your hands right now? Like let go of the bag or let go of the person or whatever that is. And I think that on the journey to self-discovery or to try to figure out how to make it to different parts and new peaks in your life, if I look at the different, like this time last year, I am not talking to any of the same people. Like it feels like a whole new world, like on some Jasmine and Aladdin type shit.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm just looking like everyone's a stranger to me.
That's a good
It's
thing.
like Stranger Things, and I think that like for
That's one of my
real,
favorite shows, by the way.
Honestly, same.
I've never watched it. I just watched the interview with the guy Caleb
Yeah.
that is playing in that Shooting Stars film that's on Peacock. with
That's so
Chris
cool.
Robinson.
Yeah, Caleb is cool.
Yeah,
Like-
I watch his. I love watching interviews and podcasts. So like that, when I saw him, and I heard somebody say, "Yo, you should check that out." Shout out to my best friend E. He was like, "You should check it out." But I say all this to say, like, as I'm just listening to you talk, like, you know, I ask God to put me in alignment with more people. I don't need people to think like me. I love difference in perspective. We don't have to have the same faith. We don't have to eat the
100%.
same food. We don't have to go to the same places. But when I say your vibe attracts your tribe, that it's like you're taking accountability. You're a master of your energy. Like we don't come from the same backgrounds, but I feel like we speak the same spiritual language.
Yeah.
Like as I'm listening to you speak, I'm like, man, that resonates with me. But
Aw,
sometimes,
thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like I see why they call you Raghu. You might have to get some of the sauce that she's dripping all over this carpet.
It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's dripping everywhere. You
Oh,
dig?
man.
But just hearing you sing and, you know, I think a lot of times the internet can create a misconception, right? Whether you have a lot of followers or your accolades, people see those things, and then sometimes I go through that when I'm out, and I'm just like, like, you got this many followers, and it's just like, but it's one of me. And I think sometimes the internet prevents you from having this connection. Like right now, if I would have just met you on the gram, I wouldn't have known that you was like this.
Right. I feel like nobody does. That's
Yeah.
such
That's
a
deep.
problem, I think. It's not even a problem. It's more so let's find out more, you know? And I
Yeah.
think that's a wonderful thing. Like even getting to meet you, I can tell you've got a lot of spirituality that helps you continue your process. And I wish more people, not just artists or creators, could instill that within their day-to-day life, because I notice people struggling with their own mindsets, and it really just set their entire day up, their entire life. And it really does matter what you're putting into your head every single day, how you feel about yourself, and what you see in the mirror. You
Yeah.
know?
You inspire me. I'm not gonna lie. When you are ready, I want you to cut across. I know where I want to go now. You know what I'm saying? Made me.
Oh, thank
It
you.
made me
Right,
feel
let's,
like one.
let's get to it. Let's
Oh,
let's
right
go.
now?
3,
Okay.
2, 1, action.
Took all my L's and I elevated. I was stuck in my head because I hesitated. I was finding myself, so I meditated. Shit been blowing my mind, detonated. Dedicated, running victory laps on these tracks. Hustling, motivated, and there's no debating. Yes, I feel amazing because I lit this shit up. Trail is blazing, mind is racing. Paper chasing, pray I don't crash. Need some patience, feeling anxious. I need to be still for real, fighting temptations. I'm just trying to heal. I'm mentally ill. My medicine is meditation. I'm on a new high. I'm living the sky. I'm going up, elevation. I'm way up. On God, I'm blessed. My Savior, I need you to order my steps. Been going through a lot of stress. Need to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
A foot on all they necks. I'm running up a check. Damn.
Okay.
Like you had me thinking like, all right, let me give him a little bit of melody, a little bit of
Nah.
rap.
Exactly. You
But
know
I'm
what?
just-
Wow.
Yeah. Like
I'm so impressed.
That was
yeah.
good.
It wasn't as somber as, not that it was somber, but like I said, I got a lot of different vibes.
Nah, that
and-
was great. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. That was really good.
okay.
I love the vibe and energy of that one as well.
Yeah,
Oh, so
I could-
honest, man. I love that.
I could feel the energy shift from the first rap to this one for sure.
that's what I was trying
Yeah.
to express to you.
Yeah.
That like I'm gonna put it to you like this. People tell me all the time. I think the best compliment you can give me is that you, like I said, love my energy, because
Yeah.
I know that I didn't buy it from Nordstrom's. I'm not wearing it on my neck. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing. So when people say that to me, I know that that's because of the shadow work I'm doing that no one sees.
Yeah.
And I put it to you like this. When you just mentioned it was very different, right? I think it is a superpower to learn how to master your energy. I was somewhere in Atlanta, and I went through something where it was a very traumatic experience, something I never experienced in my life. And I go to the studio right afterwards, and this dude is like, yo, your energy is just like, yo, who are you? Like, what's going on? And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm nice. I'm giving him my Instagram. We vibing.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I don't know if you really like my energy. I think you just like how I master my energy. He was like, well, what you mean? I said, what if I told you that just 30 minutes ago that somebody put their hands on me and that the cops were involved?
Right.
And that's nothing like that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm right here in this studio right now. He said, wait, that just happened to you? And I said, yeah. I said, but when I came in here, I chose to give you love.
So true.
I didn't have to bring the energy that I was just experiencing. So just like you said, I know that how powerful my energy is. So I stopped myself in rapping about what I was about to rap about.
Yeah.
Because out of respect for you both and my emotional intelligence, I wanted to give you something different. So that was literally in real time on camera right there. You seeing that, okay, I could have rapped about that because music is spelling. You know, they said when you spell, you spell words because it's a spell.
Yeah.
So any words that I put into this atmosphere is a spell. So whatever you feel, and I looked at the difference in how the music made both of y'all feel.
100%.
And I'm looking at how great this space is, and I'm like, nah, out of respect for this space and this time, I'm not about to rap about that. I can give you pain, I can give you grief, but I can package it up a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I decided to, I don't know what part is going to be shown during this episode if you're going to cut the first part, but y'all will know what we were talking about, you dig?
It's whatever you want. The world is yours, man. The
Yes.
world really
The world
is
is ours.
yours. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
We're going to take the Y out and make it ours.
But
Okay.
to that though, they say your energy introduces you before you even say a word, right? Like the second you walk into a room, like me personally, I could feel somebody's vibe just based off their energy. So I love everything you said about the energy. Is like
I got a question then. Well, let me put you on the spot, Mr. Podcaster.
Go ahead.
I wasn't here first. So since you, what did you feel when she walked in? What was your reading?
nice, loving, kind. She came with a good vibe.
We don't have to lie.
No. yeah. She definitely came with a smile on her face. She came with a good vibe. She came calm, collective. That's what I picked up.
Okay. What about you? When you walked in,
cool.
what was your interpretation?
I like how you said calm and collected because I felt the same way about you too. And I think that's something that I search for in anyone that I work with. It's like how much do you have your stuff together? And regardless of what I don't know, how are you presenting yourself? And I really, I feel like that's everyone's first impression of like you towards me towards you, vice versa. So that's something that I really liked. I love how professional your dream and your setup was. And one of the first things, yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that.
What about myself? What did y'all take?
She wrote ladies first.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks. Thank you. No. I really think that you had such an open-minded, kind energy, someone who's willing to learn. Those are all things that are so important that I feel like a lot of people may struggle with if they haven't, looked at those parts of themselves, that shadow work. But it was so evident that regardless of what you had gone through 30 minutes ago or anything like that, you came in with such a friendly approach to anything and anyone, because it's not like someone needs to earn your kindness. You bring it out first, and if they don't reciprocate that, then we can talk about, I don't know, letting that kindness go or who doesn't deserve it. But, I feel like everyone needs to put their best foot forward, and you totally did.
Thank you, Alyssa. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you.
No, Taz, I think you have I could feel you were excited, happy in a good way, right? Even when I was texting you beforehand, I'm like, okay, this is somebody I want to work with, because you were like on it. You're texting me, you're consistent. You let me know, hey, I'm on my way right now. And I felt that same energy when you walked in, and I just knew this was going to be a good episode, because I could just feel that ambition almost in you, and not even the ambition, the hustle, the drive, the let's get this done, let's do this. So
Thank you. I appreciate both.
that's what
Totally
I felt.
agree.
Yeah.
Now you have to answer the question.
I do. Okay, for y'all, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
ladies first.
hold on,
You got to answer.
Man, when I walked in, you were like sage.
Aw. Wow.
I think, and that was just right through the threshold. Like, I didn't know. He had told me last night. He was like, I loved it. It was like, I'm gonna have you on this podcast. I'm like, okay. He said, you got somebody else? I'm like, who? And I don't know who it is, but it felt like a blind date in a sense.
Right.
So when I walked in, I'm just like, because you don't know in LA. It could have no shade to appearance or anything, because you don't want to judge a book by its cover
100%.
because you'll come up completely short. It could have been any type of artist in here right now. But I was so, because I've been with trap rappers, the drug dealer rappers, the Janae Aiko styles, the euphoric. So when I walked in, it was just like a warm cup of tea.
Oh, good.
Like
that really is exactly how I feel like I want to be towards everyone. It's almost like you've created your look, I've created my look, same to you. And it's almost like I want to totally be someone with open arms that's here for anyone who may need to look to someone and be like, I trust her. And it's because it's so natural and honest from me, because I don't know, you've gone through your own experiences where you thought you could trust someone, or maybe it wasn't the best for your life, but I'm here to be a good decision for everyone, really.
Yeah.
So
no,
yeah.
Like I love that. A warm cup of tea. What's your favorite tea?
Chai. I'm an Indian girl, so.
Okay, chai. Mine's is like a lavender matcha. I
Oh,
love
that's good.
Like that's my favorite tea. But no, that's what you felt like. You know, sage is or incense. When you walk in, it's like when you walk inside of a shop, like a crystal shop. Like that's what that feels like. So hearing you speak was like, man, your energy precedes you. So I would say that. As far as you, man, for one, when I walked in, I knew that when you messaged me last night, and I was like, oh, I like how, first of all, I knew you was a hustler off rip. I'm like, we doing this tomorrow? Because I'm like, you know how many people and be like, let's link.
Yeah.
I hate the let's link.
100%.
If we gonna link, let's link on LinkedIn, because more than likely you're not gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Like, so when someone says show up, I'm showing up. So for one, I
100%.
just off rip was like, okay, you're thorough, you're communicating, you gave a lot of details. Most men, in my opinion, aren't as thorough as women when it comes to details. This is where you go, this is what time, da da da. So when I walked in the door, again, like calm, like
Love it.
like plants. Like honestly, I love plants. You had a money tree on the counter, so I'm just like, I just bought a money tree yesterday.
Wow.
From Lowe's, a really big one. I'm gonna show y'all when we finish. Really, and I've been looking for a money
I almost
tree.
brought a really big one too, so I want to see it.
Yo, and you know what? I've been looking for one for the last 8 months. My nana passed away, a transition on 12323, and this is going on 9 months, 10 months now that she's been gone. And when I was a little girl, she used to ask me to water her plants and talk to her plants. And I remember when I was 9, I was like, talk to your plants about what?
Yeah.
Like, you talk to your plants, Nana? That's kind of weird. She was just like, just do what I said, talk to the plants.
Right.
So I would come home, and I mean, this is all relative to how you make me feel. So
Yeah.
this is very energetic and symbolic for you to have that plant right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what my Nana's favorite plants were, but when I came home from school, she said, baby, did you water my plants? And did you talk to him? And I said, something just happened right there. I don't know if I should, I know you can cut it, but is that
Keep
keep
that's
going?
good. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay,
So
cool.
we got to end it soon because this one's probably gonna die too.
Okay, for sure. I'll make this very quick. So
Yeah.
long story short, I watered my Nana's plants, and then I forgot to talk to the plants, and she was like, make sure you talk to the plants. So I come home, and she's like, did you talk to my plants? And I was just like, yes. What did you talk to my plants about? I'm like, I talked to the plants about that I didn't know what to talk to the plants about because you told me to talk about the plants. So anyways, I go buy a money tree yesterday,
Yeah.
and I had been looking for a plant to talk to because when I didn't understand it as a little girl, it's like now I'm talking to plants trying to talk to my Nana. So when
Right.
I walked in and I felt your energy and I saw the money tree, I almost got emotional because of the plants that was in here. I think about, there's a quote that says, if you don't understand the difference between being buried and planted, you won't know how the dirt lays on you. You can either be buried or you could be planted.
I love
And I
that.
felt like you were planted when I walked in.
Yeah.
Even you wearing cream, like those are my favorite colors,
Yeah.
earth tone colors. You're very calming.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Oh, I
it.
got a lot of cream in my closet.
Yeah.
Like you're a cream saver.
This is how I designed my crib in cream, right?
Yeah,
So-
cream and
Wonderful.
green.
Yeah, cream and green.
It's
But-
your choosing to
Yeah.
have whatever you want in your life. I could totally tell
100%.
from the moment I walked in. It's
Yeah.
it's absolutely you choosing what you want, what you don't want.
Yeah.
And this is what I want. It's very cool.
Facts. Two things though. The Flower District in downtown LA has a bunch of plants that you could kind of go. They have really big money trees, small ones, all types of trees and plants and stuff that you could buy. Okay. So check that out. Flower District. It's like a whole block of just flower shops and plant stores. If you
wow.
want.
That.
Two,
wonderful.
I actually talk to my plants as well. I don't do it often, but they're living things, right?
Yeah.
They're living things that you have to care for and love and give attention and affection to. So it makes sense to like show them love and give them love. And that's how I feel about my plants. But this camera is dead. I think this was a phenomenal podcast interview for both of you guys.
Yeah, me
Any
too.
final words before we call this one a day?
Let you go first.
Well, one, it was so wonderful getting to meet you both and to really, I don't know, mesh our energies together because I felt like it was all positive. It was all good and it was all honest.
Yep.
And I really, really love honesty. And I think my biggest takeaway for everyone who's watching is to just trust yourself. trust how you feel inside and let this guide you into a better place. Yeah.
Love that.
Man,
Take us home, Taz.
like a warm cup of tea. I will say, first, thank you for having me. Like I said, it's Taz Tycoon, your favorite female rapper. Make sure you follow me at Tasmania Show. I just dropped some new singles, Leaking, Mood, Intentions, In the Air, Airplane Mode, Disconnect to Reconnect to Your Higher Self. Make sure you check out Tide Water. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to VA, Something in the Water.
Facts.
But I will say, just some words, that I would like to leave people with is, like I said, master your energy. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Accountability, let that be your best ability. Let vulnerability be your best ability. It's not on you, it's in you.
Facts.
Being unapologetically selfish. Don't make excuses, just produce results. Make it till you make it. Don't fake it till you make it. Again, I'm going to say that again. Make it till you make it. Make
Agree.
out whatever you have. Use your resources. If you're trying to start a podcast, use that phone. Don't wait for the perfect time, because we're on God's time and you may never reach that time if you're waiting for a perfect time for the stars to align. And it's only divine if you listen to this cosign. I'm going to keep going, but we're running out of time.
That was crazy.
But I will say from you, I know it was hard. Like
That was hard.
That
You
was
had to look
hard.
away. It was so hard.
Yeah, I was like, because I was like, I'm with the most high and the most fly.
Yeah.
But I will say for you, what would you say to your plants before we get up out of here?
What I say to my plants, I love you.
Period.
Is what I say. Yeah, I love them.
And stay planted.
Stay
You know, stay
planted.
grounded, stay planted, and make sure that you every day above is love. And I'm so blessed to be here with you, Kevin, Alyssa. It was a pleasure meeting you both. And
Such a pleasure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you for some tea. I'd love to take you for
Better
some
be
tea.
chai.
Yeah,
Better be chai.
I know the best spot for some chai. I got a place I go to in Studio City called Coffee and Plants.
Sick.
It's literally like the best of both
Oh,
worlds.
that's
So,
dope. Coffee and plants.
yeah, I actually got the
cup.
cup. That's what I came in here drinking, lavender matcha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love this. I cannot wait to see this episode, man.
Thanks so much
This
for
was-
having us.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming on. And we are tuning out. Peace.
Peace.